In 2016, a small group of scientists teamed up to study one common interest. This common interest is sunflowers. Their goal was to solve why sunflowers are so resilient in North American sunflower populations. You see, wild sunflowers are surprisingly resilient plants. They can survive in environments ranging from dry deserts to flooded plains. Because of this, wild sunflower genes are of great interest to biologists. If they can discover the genes that allow wild sunflowers to survive in extreme environments, they might be able to apply them to cultivated sunflowers for agriculture.
So there are all these different strains of the same plant that come from different parts of the globe, and they look very different. They behave very differently. So I started to get interested in understanding how this plant, like what makes this plant different and how these differences help them adapt to different environments.
The journey began with a postdoctoral graduate who drove his red truck 50,000 kilometers across North America, collecting samples of seeds and soil from many different wild sunflower populations. These sunflower samples made their way back to Vancouver, where Dr. Todesco and his team planted the sunflowers at UBC and watched them grow over the course of the year.
We basically prepared 3 fields here at UBC, planted this 1,500 plants and then let them grow. The plants look very nice in the beginning, so when they're small, they're cute, they make like tiny leaves and everything, and then they grow into these monstrous plants. So some of them are like 4 meters tall, they're a couple of meters wide. So in the beginning it was very easy and pleasant to take care of these plants and record all their differences, but then it became quite a jungle in the end. So it was much more adventurous by the end of it.
After 1 year of growth, the plants were cut into smaller pieces, cleaned and bagged from the field. This was so that the team could perform DNA analysis on different parts of the flowers and stems. Dr. Todesco and his team found that a large portion of the sunflower's DNA, known as a supergene, could be responsible for the variation in sunflowers they found over North America. But they're not done yet. According to Dr. Todesco, they're just getting started.
We still have like a lot of data to analyze. So what I'm also partially going to be focusing on is understanding genes that are important for adaptation and are not in these super genes. So there's also a lot of it that is explained just by individual genes. So that's something that I am looking into right now.
Dr. Todesco's findings contribute significantly to our current understanding of evolution and adaptation in plants. Knowing the location and the effects of these supergenes in sunflowers and other crops may help farmers and scientists to produce more desirable traits in their crops. We're excited to see what Dr. Todesco has in store for us in the future. Thank you for joining us on this amazing journey.